Man.
Yeah,
And mind you, I had him like 20-6
did you?
in the first like in the first half.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Then he scored twice before the halftime and tied it up,
Mm-hmm.
or went up by one. And,
So then I was just go back and forth.
and then there was a shootout from the next quarter. I mean, he ran a kickback on me. You
Oh
know what I
man,
mean?
I found out that that's been an issue, man. Like a couple of pickup games we've been playing, like
Yeah,
they just untouched. Like like nobody's out there
yeah.
doing
Oh,
nothing.
he broke like 5 tackles
Oh,
on the
see.
kickback.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
yeah.
Mm.
Man, so what's good, man? We in here. What's up, MNFL? We episode 5 of the MNFL Weekly. Um, Apologies for the delay, but we made it happen. So, sheesh. Where do we want to start with this week's episode, man? It's crunch time, down to the wire. The third, about a third of the season left.
Yeah, last quarter.
Last quarter. So
Yeah.
it's getting crazy out here, man. Playoffs. Well, year one is always, crazy. You're going to get teams with losing records in the playoffs. You're going to get things just don't seem right. The people you had in your, top of your power rankings losing to, teams that wasn't even on your radar. It's like, so this happens every Madden, but we're going to get into it, man. So, how you fellas doing today?
You good, man? You good?
All
I'm
right.
recovering, man.
Oh man,
Recovery process.
we just
Oh man.
took that out, man. Man, you
Now
letting
it was
Nico
a
Dumas down, man.
yeah, man. That was crazy, man. Mind you, like I said though, like 52 yards against the wind after being ISO. I mean, I just told you, brothers, but the whole icing animation came on. This man still hit it.
Wow.
Yeah. First loss in Seattle.
Oh wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
the 12th man wasn't ready for that kick, huh?
Man. Yo,
Jeez.
no. But it was a good game though. It
That's
is what
crazy.
it is. I'll see him in another 2 weeks.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That short time frame for y'all playing both games is crazy, but yeah, that y'all get another game. But I'll be in San Fran though, so that'll be an interesting game too.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, well, we gonna have to pull that one out.
Pause. Well, yeah.
Pause, pause. Yeah.
Yeah, the
I mean,
NFC is looking mighty stacked right now, man.
mind you, he came back though. KT, yeah, he had came back. He was down like 20-7 or 6, something like
Hmm.
that. But came back in the half. So I mean, he pulled out a play that I would never seen before. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, well, that's
Yeah.
what you got to do sometimes because you learn people's tendencies, man. You got to figure out something different to do.
Yeah.
I mean, and like I said, it's the ebbs and flows of the game. Like I said, you were controlling the game, and it seems
Yeah.
that way with Madden a lot of times. Like you be dominating the game, and then something crazy will happen that you're not expecting, and all of a sudden they get a crazy touchdown, and then guess what? We got a game again.
Oh yeah, the momentum definitely swung before halftime. I mean, he
Yeah,
had coming out in the second half, he had the momentum going this direction. Then I had to come back. And he had me up on like 2 scores. So it was a good game.
yeah. I mean, if nothing else, you don't mind losing the game that way if you have to lose one because it was a good game.
Yeah, it
Just
was definitely a good game, but I still mind losing it. What happened?
Right.
Kicker got sniped from the bell that they ring in Seattle.
oh, go ahead.
But
Those be the ones, though,
Yeah,
man.
I
Those
know,
be the
right?
ones,
it's a
man.
good game, though, man. I found some offense,
Jeez.
so that was encouraging. But a loss of
Yeah, yeah. I
defense. I
mean,
don't know what
39
happened.
points. Yeah, 39 points.
I think he scored 39 points all season collectively.
Mm. Mm. Well, your defense probably did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
defense. And we just lost that. I mean, first half he's like, okay, you looking good. Second half came out, I was like, y'all niggas didn't leave the locker room. What's going on, fellas? Get it together. Get your life together.
Oh
Man
man.
just took over.
Yes. I mean, I guess we could probably start by covering the playoff standings before we get into recaps.
Yeah, let's look at that. So I guess let's start on the AFC. First seed Jacksonville Jaguars. Kevin is a solid 11-0-1. Yeah, that's just crazy. I knew he was gonna have a good season, but not that good. Um, Number two, Cleveland Browns, 10-2 record. Number three, The commish Oakland Raiders at 8-4 should be 75, but we ain't gonna get into that right
Go
now.
ahead, man. Go ahead, man.
Oh man,
No, you're right. No, I should be. I should be 10-2. That's what I should be. But we're gonna talk about this. We're gonna talk about this.
Fourth seed Dominguez Diaz in the flesh. 6-5, man. This was supposed to be Buffalo's. Buffalo came in talking all that trash, talking about he ain't gonna make it easy on Dominguez, but yeah, here we are.
You know what? I think that's reverse though, because like the Bills are 75, so he should be leading the division
That's
right
true.
now.
That's true.
I think it should be flop. I think 4 and 5 should be flop.
It's flop. So yeah, all right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Bills currently at number 4. Then 5 would be the Patriots at 75, and the 6th seed holding on is tight. The Texans at 5-6-1. On the bubble teams, the Titans 5-8. Salute to Alvy. I don't know if I should say salute at with a 5-8 record, but you in the mix. Chiefs. I'm not even gonna 4-7-1. Is that? Yeah, it's ugly right now. I'm mad that. Why do you even put teams on the bubble when you gotta like?
It's math. You gotta account for it. I mean, he's only one game out. For the 6th seed. So
yeah. And then we got the Dolphins and Ravens bringing up the rear. Dolphins another 4-7-1 team, and Ravens 4-8. So let's talk AFC. I mean, I would say looking at the top 3 seeds, I did expect it to look that way. I just didn't expect those records to be looking that great. Maybe D Nice because he's a gamer. That's what he does. But Kevin undefeated right now. That's just crazy. And then the rest of the AFC just being tight. Pretty much every other team in the AFC has a chance to be in the playoffs right now. We're at the 6th seed, so it's crazy.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, I guess the top teams are what to be expected, and then it just depends on who filled in the gaps as far as the wild card seed is concerned. I wonder if the Bills and the Patriots have played both of their games against each other, because that division is not decided, obviously. So I wonder if how's that going to shape out. I mean, it's only a 1-game lead, so both of those teams go up and down. Like they'll play good. Diaz will shut people out. Win 17-0, and then him trying to lose a game he's not supposed to lose. Same thing with Omar. So it's like I said, it's that first season of Madden when people would do things that you're not expecting. Because when we jump over to the NFC, the East, that's a shocker too. I don't think nobody predicted how that was going to shake out. So
not even. I don't think so. What Bills have the Jets next week, and then let's see, week 15.
Yeah, I don't think that Bills Jets game is a gimme because Ming is, he's always going to be solid. Like, it just depends on his mistake making. If he don't make a lot of mistakes and it's a division game, so Omar could drop that game. You never know because Jets got a good defense.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, I would not sleep on Ming, man. I still think Ming is going to come into his own and just my gut feeling and run that division this Madden. But we'll see, man. I don't know. He let me down right now. Let me down. So let's jump into the NFC standings. The crazy NFC. Everybody, I'm still tripping how everybody was talking about the NFC is soft, is weak when we did the team draft or what have you.
Who said that? Who said that?
I forget. I want to say it was like Tyke and and Diaz, they NFC. But hey, this is where we are right now. I mean, the NFC is tight as well, but it's definitely some powerhouses over there. Number 1 seed, Chris. My prediction for the Super Bowl winner this year, 11-1. The Carolina Panthers bringing in the 2 seed at 9-2. The Green Bay Packers, is that 9-3? 9-3 right now. The Cowboys 6-6. Yeah, we're gonna get into that.
Yeah, we will have to.
The Falcons bringing up the 5 seed at 9-3, and then the Los Angeles Rams 9-3, 6 seed. That is it's so top heavy. Like it's no room for error. You gotta have a 12-win, 13-win season almost to make it in the playoffs in the
It'd
NFC.
be
It's kind of
guaranteed.
crazy, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And like I said, 5-8-4 on the bubble. He only game out, and that was just off the game he just lost.
But 5-7, the potential. Looking at the 6th seed, the Seahawks 8-4, the Bears 7-4 right now, so they're still in the mix. The Bucks 6-6 or 6-5, and then the Saints 7-5. So that is it's tight. It's
Don't
tight.
lose. Don't lose.
Yeah.
Do not lose.
Hard out here, man.
Hard out here for a bit.
Man. You know what I mean? And then it doesn't get easier. If you look at the schedule, the good thing is a lot of the teams get to beat up on each other the next few weeks going into the postseason. But I know I still got every game is tough, really. If you think about the players that the people that I played, or like the division in itself, and then now it looks as teams are starting to, like, records are starting to look bad, but playing people at certain points of the season, like when I played B Main, he was well over 500. You know what I mean? So like records start to really take shape, but it doesn't discount the user. In certain situations. So I don't know, man. It just seems like, damn, 13 wins will get you in the playoffs, unless you're the NFC East.
Right.
You know what I mean? They struggling right now.
Yeah, it's rough out. It's rough out there. They look like the AFC East.
Yeah. But I know I seen a couple of wins from the Redskins.
Yeah.
Will pulled a couple of games out.
He beat Joe just recently.
Yeah, so I mean, like I said though, it's good to see. It's good to see no one's, even in our division, everyone's kind of, keeping up with each other, and then the NFC North, Tyler's only a couple games out, or that ain't nothing. There's still like 4 games left in the season. So.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So that the Bears Giants matchup is going to be crucial. Like, if Phil can pull that out,
that'd be great.
Yeah, man,
that'd be great.
They breathe down your neck. You don't want to. You don't want no problems. You try to take care of your business. I understand.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get that wild card, brother. No shot at Tyler, but come on, Phil. Come on, G-Man.
That's too funny.
This nigga get blown out and shit.
Oh, man.
No, don't do it to me, Phil. I believe in Eli. He starts with letter.
Yeah, he did.
That's what's wrong with the record. See what I mean?
But who the Giants looking down the stretch? They got this Bears game. They got Will and the Redskins. They got LV and the Titans. They got HG and the Colts, and then they wrap it up with Joe and the Cowboys. I don't. They, in my opinion, outside of that Tayo game and of course the game with Joe, I think those 3 games in the middle are winnable for him. And so if he can split that between Tayo and Joe, it might be the Giants taking that division, man. I don't know.
2 games out, but Joe had to lose though. Like if Joe just wins, that game won't matter. Yeah. But let me see who Joe plays down the stretch, because I know he plays Phil last game of the season, but who's he playing between that? He got Rel, then he got HG, then he got Coach, which would be a tough game, and then he got the Giants. So he got 2 games in there that would tell you, that he could win or lose. It doesn't, and that Coach game in week 16, that's gonna be a tough one, but they got similar records, so they both gonna be calling trying to get into the playoffs.
Yeah. The Skins, it's gonna be a tough road for the Skins. Like, if the Skins make it in, they've earned it for sure, man. They got Joe, then they got Rel with the Eagles, Phil, Kevin with the Jaguars, then Alvy, and then Rel again. So it's gonna be tough sledding for them. But I'm looking right now between the Giants and the Cowboys. We'll see what happens there. I don't know. I'm still in the mindset though. Still talking on the NFC. I'm still thinking like it's going to end up being the Niners, the Rams, the Seahawks from the West. At this point, we're looking at Green Bay from the North. If I had to pick today, I'm going to Giants from the NFC East, and then from the South, I'm picking Proto and the Falcons. And I don't know. it's just crazy. The NFC is still
Yeah,
up
but
in
you're
the air.
saying so what you're saying? Jokey ain't making the playoffs.
That's what I'm thinking. We can let's pull up his schedule real quick.
I know. I see. Tunde and Proto got a game, and then Proto got to play coach.
Mm-hmm.
So those are
And he got to play Jokey again. So Proto's schedule, he got Tunde, got D Hill, he got Jokey, and then he got coach. So that was 3 out of those 4 games are definitely tough.
The reason I'd say Proto misses it, right? So Proto, like he already, like I felt like if you beat Proto, I mean not Proto, I'm sorry, Jokey. If you beat Jokey 5, that I thought it was going to be hard for him. He has coach, which is not going to be an easy game. He has D Nice following that. Then he has Corey twice down the stretch, and then Proto once. So it's going to be tough.
Yeah, but look at them Saints though. Them Saints is roaring right now.
They are.
You know what I mean?
They definitely trending.
Yeah, so it's like we'll see. It's going to come down to week 17, and then it's going to come down to like strength of schedule or whatever how they rate it based on who NFC wins or division wins. But I don't know. It's so hard to call right now. It's looking like the only shoe in is KT.
Yeah, I agree with
wins.
that. Yeah, I agree with that.
You know what I mean? Just with 11 wins. But even if he takes actually, they didn't even give him the shoe in yet. That's how close the race is.
It's crazy.
You know what I mean? He in 9-2, 9-3, 9-3, 9-3, 8-4, 7-4. You know what I mean? So Saints is 7-5.
Right. But if the Saints went out though, that's going to be interesting too because he would have beaten Jokey twice.
Right.
And I think he coached. I think he had coaching there too. So it's gonna be real interesting because Jokey's schedule now that you say that his schedule is tough. He got coach this week. He got D Nice next week. He got Corey. Then he got Proto. Then he got Corey again. So if he don't come to play, he can mess around and go 0-5 down the stretch, and he gonna be sitting at home.
Yeah,
that's true.
So I mean, that's why we play the game, though.
This is why we play the game.
But I mean, I'm definitely a fan of this season, man. I mean, we can discuss, how good or bad they've been doing with managing the gameplay from an EA perspective. But I mean, from a competitive standpoint, though, like, I mean, you can't ask for nothing better right now. Coming down the stretch because nothing's decided. Like, years past where you've had people, it's been, pretty much decided about week 8, 9. People kind of checked out and ready for the draft, but I mean, especially in the AFC, you never really know. Like it just it really could mess around and be under 500 team in the playoffs.
Yeah,
and that's no knock on them brothers. They just had tough schedule in the beginning, so it's been it's been rough trying to win games early, but they went out late. They could be 7-9 and in the playoffs.
Personally, in the NFC, that's the way you want it. I want it this way because if you earn you earn a spot in the playoffs, you know what I mean. You earned it. So
absolutely.
You know what I mean? And then on top of that, you used to playing a wild card. If me playing a wild card team, let's say I'm a wild card team. If I play any team in the wild card, I already played them during the season.
You did.
You know what I mean? Like I played every team that's in the top in the NFC this year. So it's been you battle tested. That's what I meant before.
I agree with that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
AFC is kind of a little more spread out. Like you get a little you got dominant people in certain divisions. Like the AFC West is pretty good. Y'all got y'all in there. NFC East or AFC East, it seems like I don't know, but if y'all fuck around let Taco Bell in the playoffs, he's shutting teams out.
It's not a game. It's not a game. I don't know what he's doing defensively, but it's not a game. Like, don't go in there sleeping like he can't play and mess around and catch an L. But that happened last Madden. Some people went in there in New England because I think he had New England last year. Right. He was the division leader because nobody else was playing in that division. So he was in. He got that home game and messed around, and it was an ugly game, and he got to the title game a couple of times.
Yeah. So it's looking good.
So if you had to go out on a limb, I mean, I gave my NFC predictions. I think for AFC, I would stick with Jaguars, Browns, Raiders. I'm gonna stick with Patriots to hold on to that division title. Buffalo to get to 5, and of course I'm gonna have to bank on myself to get to 6. But
what's your record, Bev?
It's nasty. I don't even want to say it out loud.
I'll tweet it to you.
Right. No, 4-7-1. So I'm in the mix. The mix of pretty much the whole AFC is like 4-7-1, 4-8. Right now. So, but nah, we right there on the bubble. So yeah. And that's the thing. We've been in games. Like I've been losing weirdly. Like it's not like I had the game against Kevin. I had the game against KT. And so I'm gonna have to bank on myself. But if y'all had to pick, both conferences today, what y'all looking like?
Pick what? Playoffs?
Playoffs, yeah.
The AFC. I mean, I think what's going to hurt. I think it's really between you and Tyke for that last seed. Because what's going to hurt Alvy is I think he's got to go out of town end of this week, so he might miss a game. So that's going to cost him. In this crucial time, so I think that's going to be a detriment to him. So it just depends on what you and Tyke do down the stretch, of who will probably own that 6th seed.
What's your games coming down the stretch?
So let's see. I had Sharps. That was an L. Man, I don't even want to talk about that game, man. EA. Never mind. I ain't gonna do that, man.
It's bad when somebody start off with EA.
EA.
All credit goes out to everything he done defensively. That was great. EA.
Right, yeah. Forget DRC had 4 picks. We gonna forget that part.
Right.
Oh man. Yeah, no, he has some crazy picks. I give him that. So we got the Ravens, we got the Chargers, we got the Seahawks, and then we got the Raiders again. So it's a tough stretch. Like, I can go 0-4 or 4-0.
Murder's row. That's what I would say. That's murder's row if you try to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
You got to go 4-0 to make the playoffs, right?
He would.
Do I though?
Yeah.
I mean, he's only one game out. I mean,
I'm only one game
out. I mean, let's see who Tyke has to play down the stretch. Let me see.
All right, so he has to play. He has the Colts, Jets, Eagles, Jags. So y'all, I mean, based on
you got a tougher road. You definitely got a tougher road, man.
Yeah,
so,
based on record, looks like yours is a little tougher. Yeah, well, you definitely lost the Seahawks game.
Go ahead.
This guy. Hey, I got that number, man. I'm gonna get that ludicrous gift real quick, man.
Yeah.
I got your number, bro.
Nah, we a little humble. You got what? Number?
You know it, yo. Come
Giants?
on, bro. I don't think you've beaten me in a whole battle, bro.
All
of last battle. I don't think you got one win against me.
Whoa.
Let's talk about it, man.
Whoa, we're gonna have to pull up some paperwork on that.
Hey,
you can't make claims like that.
I got the receipts, bro. I got the receipts.
I think overall, through our career, it's been definitely plus Giants or +5. Just for that, now it's gonna be ugly. See, but Bev's definitely gonna be. I know what you do. Remember, I call out your plays. Then you throw the pick to me, and then I run it back. And then you jump off the headset.
Okay.
Remember, like you about to throw the slant route. Oh, he about to throw it in the middle for the cover 3. I like playing Bev. I think he must have misunderstood. Pull up some numbers. We'll get back to that.
Yeah, we'll do that.
That'll be definitely a Twitch game. Because you was talking shit about your defense too.
Oh man, the defense is still solid, man. That's the thing. Like the game against Sharps, I mean I threw that game away. Like he had a pick 6. The first drive, he got an interception on what was it, my 20 or something like that?
Yeah, I was already in the red zone.
Right, yeah. Mm-hmm. So I mean, that was 10 up. Like he was 10 up immediately, So I mean, the defense held his own down the stretch. He scored in garbage time, but if I can get those interceptions down, come on, yo. What was the score? 24-10 or something like that.
24-9. Yeah,
24-9. Yeah, man. That was off of a freaking shank. I don't want to talk about that.
I mean, let's put it in plain sense. Derek Carr got hurt in the first half, so I was playing with a backup quarterback the entire game. So I mean, and it was raining, and you need to tell EA to take the cheat code out of the game too.
I have no idea why that is.
Every time we play, if we both two AFC teams we play, it rains every game. I don't know what it is. No matter what it's going on.
Of the time.
It was California. We in Oakland. It never rains in Oakland. It rains in the game. You need to take that cheat code out. They get the game shot to make sure it rains so the game ugly.
Oh man, sheesh.
Yeah, but Le'Veon had a good game. We had to ride Le'Veon's back, in that game because we had a quarterback. Because I don't even know who the dude was. I didn't know his name. That's how bad it was. I was like, who's my backup quarterback? I'm screwed. I don't
even know his name.
I just knew I was going to lose, but he threw one duck, but I limited him. I made sure he didn't have to do too much in order for us to win the game. But yeah, that's what it was.
Okay. Well, yeah, Bev's definitely going to compete.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah. I listen. Nobody's a slouch. That's what I love about it. Nobody's a slouch. You go in there think you're gonna put up 40 points on somebody. It's gonna be an easy road. You're gonna mess around and lose.
That's where we at, man. I don't know what you want to jump into. Predictions for next couple weeks.
I probably best use of my time because it is really going to come down to who wins these next few games. Because all this stuff is real tight in the race.
Right.
As far as the season is concerned, the playoff perspective.
Okay,
so I guess we can probably recap week 12. We'll probably recap week 12 and let's predict. I guess the next couple of weeks.
All right. Yeah, I mean we doing predictions to the end of the season right now. So it's getting crazy. Recapping week 12, starting our first game there was the Chargers and Cardinals. Damo's been on the streak lately, man. He said don't sleep on me. Won that game 10-0. Hats off to that man. Giants and Eagles. Eagles snuck that one out in a close one, 13-10. The Niners and Bucks. 24-7 Niners. They just playing flawless football right now, man. I know five. You all right, five? You good?
Even grumbling.
Molded and groaning.
You use such words that are great adjectives. Flawless.
Beyonce?
Right.
Yeah, like flawless.
He's playing good football right now, man.
Get your Niners t-shirts here.
Oh my
God. Playing good ball. Playing good ball. Anytime you're 11 wins, 1 loss, that's great ball. I don't care how you got them.
Yeah.
The only person he lost to was Vince, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. All
right. So Bears Lions 27-17 Bears in that one.
Okay.
Browns Bengals 31-3 Browns. Dolphins and Colts 38-9. Jeez, I didn't think that one was going to go that way. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, HG took a couple of tough L's these last couple of weeks.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's been a large margin. I think Kevin beat him like 45-9.
Jeez. I wonder if
he
that's
put
that
Jamal Sheard on the block though.
He did.
I remember looking through his roster. He put on Tyreek or Hilton.
Ty and Jamal. Yeah.
That's HG MO though. Like he puts his whole team on the block.
That's true, but why though? What are you doing that for? Because if you're looking at it from a standpoint, if you're taking losses, like the young talent that you have, they won't progress. You see what I mean? So it's better to have somebody that has some awareness. So you know what I mean? Maybe the plays you're calling would be executed a little better if the players had some awareness. Because if you have all this young talent, you know what I mean? Like they're not running routes or they're doing this, doing. I mean, it seems it matters. I've seen dudes just totally run the wrong way. You know what I mean? And I think they're trying to really tailor it based on the attributes. So he has a whole young team. It looks good, but if you're not moving the ball, you're not scoring it. Eventually, it's hard to pull yourself out of that when your confidence is down.
So I agree with that.
You know what I mean? So then now you're wasting. If you drop 3 or 4 games early in a row or early in the season, next thing you know, confidence is low. Then they're all young anyway, so they can't progress their awareness. You know what I mean? Then you're finishing in the base. So, like the point I'm trying to make is if you're trading like T.Y. Hilton, who's 90 overall, Sheard, who is 90 overall, those guys at least if you call in certain plays, that maybe they can execute them. I don't know, better. It just makes more sense. It's just keep some of the older guys, the veterans, the talent on your team because it blends with that young talent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think they'll understand better because I mean everybody's kind of guessing right now as far as who to trade for and who to keep because the system is different. The XP system is different, and the regression is supposed to be. I haven't seen it yet. I mean, clearly we haven't even advanced past the first season, but the regression is different according to air quotes, according to what EA says. So I mean, if you got guys like who's 29 and 99 overall, like like Von Miller or Bobby Wagner, people are kind of quote unquote trending on the older direction as far as man is concerned, but they don't get any drop off in attributes. Then yeah, it's good to keep those guys around. Like I said, to have that veteran leadership and that awareness that'll make plays for you when you don't necessarily have to do everything yourself. In a sense of madness. So.
But at the same time, it's not saying so much like let them make the play. It's more of the awareness factor. Like, okay, well, you're throwing a pass and you want the guy to curl. Like certain times they don't like the route running, the abilities. It's all of that tied into that. You know what I mean? So I don't know. And plus, when I start to see people start getting, if you like, when you upgrade players that have some age on them, they're still putting attributes up there like strength, speed, acceleration. You know what I mean? Like I think Earl Thomas caught 2 notches in acceleration this year.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, so even if you regress, really going to regress back to what you were at the beginning of the season,
which was probably a 90 something anyway. So yeah.
Right. So at the end of the day, you know what I mean? I think scheme has a lot to do with it, but. So I bank on keeping my older guys and banking on that they don't fall off that much. Then you know what I mean? Trying to progress a young guy with no awareness and nobody to build him, right?
But like Bev say all the time, you the coach of the Seahawks. He's the coach of the Colts. So I mean, you like what you like. You like what you like.
I get it.
I mean, HG. One thing he will always going to do, he's going to trade.
Yeah.
That brother don't do nothing else. He's going to trade. So that's let him live.
But he knows like the position value, and he knows football, and he knows all that. You know what I mean? But sometimes, like, I don't even think Sheard is that old. Is he? How old is he?
He probably in his mid to late 20s, something like that.
The PM going. Yeah, man, we'll see.
Yeah, Sheard is he's a 90 overall, and he's 29. He's actually 29.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, they actually gave him a pretty good boost in the rating because I remember a couple of years ago they was shitting on him when his attributes. He was like a middle of the road kind of guy, but yeah, he's got pretty good attributes.
He was on the Patriots, wasn't he?
Yeah, in the Browns before that, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I mean, 92 finesse move, 89 block shit. I mean, he's a good edge guy. He's a good pass rusher. So,
let me slide in the DMs real quick. My team's good. Good. Where we leave off? We left off on that Dolphins Colts.
Yeah.
Well, and not just shitting totally on HG, but Mac's playing good ball too. You know what I mean? Like
he is.
Like
now,
you win those games.
You do.
So looking at the other side, I think HG could ball. He could play, but I think Mac is starting to really feel those Dolphins. I think that's a couple wins in a row for him, isn't it? We'll be
it is. Yeah.
Sunday, 11.
Yeah. So I think the next game is the Falcons Saints game. Yeah, Proto with the 6-point win.
Yeah,
that was a good that was probably game of the week status right there because between that and Seahawks Panthers game, I think that was 2 games of the week because because I think Proto lost to Joe off a fluke tip Madden. I'm gonna call it Madden pass. It wasn't even a real live NFL type. I saw that clip. I just closed my phone. I was just like, you know what, dude? That's just ridiculous. If I was Proto, I might have broke my controller.
Man, these ducks they have your quarterbacks throwing, man. It's like the out game last night. Like, how do you throw a ball? Like he barely threw it 1 yard forward.
I don't understand it, but I mean, I more understood it from my perspective because my quarterback was a backup.
Right.
Like literally the pass I did throw. like because like I said, it was raining. It was a perfect storm. It was raining. I had a backup quarterback playing, so like I'm not gonna make no, deep, out route or post plays. I wasn't gonna throw those because I know they were gonna be inaccurate. But like I literally make sure I got to the, I dropped back and I set my feet and then I threw it because I knew if I didn't, it was gonna be inaccurate. So that's the only thing I can attribute it to. If your quarterback accuracy isn't like super elite. You got to make sure your feet are set. You can, if you're throwing a run is bad or your feet ain't set, you can mess around and throw an inaccurate pass. And sometimes you probably don't notice you're doing it. Like you just trying to make, a read and throw the ball, and you might not have set, got set in your drop back, especially if you're under center. So it just might be with that thing. I don't know. It's the only thing I can contribute to.
Yeah, I'm sure it probably is that throwing a run. Anywho, we got Jaguars, Bills, Slobberknocker, 32 zip. Sheesh.
Yeah. I mean, that y'all, I guess y'all would say, D Nice is from a power perspective is probably, has the edge over Kevin, but Kevin is a good player with a great defense. That's a match made in heaven for him because, he playing ball and the defense is elite and they're not giving up points. Like
Blake Bortles wasn't elite that game. 28% rating.
Well,
yards passing.
Yeah, it's the Leonard Fournette show over there. It's definitely that. Because Leonard Fournette
181.
Yeah, exactly. I think he's leading the league of rushings as well too. So he's been running the ball well all year. So but outside of that, I mean, like I said, he's a good player. I mean, let's be real. Let's look at the Seahawks team from last year. He had a rookie quarterback. He drafted, and he had a bunch of guys that with no names, and he was still getting it done. So I mean, offensive perspective, he'll manufacture points. It's just that defense. All he needs is a good defense, and he's gonna play ball.
Yeah. I agree. He would be my number one in power rankings if I had to pick him in the league.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, just based on record and his points per game versus points given up. I mean, that's number one all day.
Where we at? Packers and Vikings. 31-21 tune on that one.
Yeah.
Patriots, Jets.
Another shutout.
Zip. Man. This is at number 4 or something like that.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. Raiders, Ravens, 22-14. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I thought I know Marvin, he was out on work leave, so we'll attribute it to that, but I definitely thought he was probably gonna take a playoff spot this year. But it's still Mike, he ain't out of it.
Well, yeah, in a fortunate turn in that game, Lamar Jackson got hurt. He broke his collarbone in that game, so he might be done for the season. So he might have to return back to Flacco.
There's that.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, it was a good game. I think I was up early. I think he kind of came back late in that game. We made some plays down the stretch. I think I got a user pick, like late in the third quarter, and then put me right in the in scoring range. And I think he got like a touchdown late. But it was a good game though.
Sure. This the game right here. The Redskins Cowboys 28-13. Joe, Bankroll Joe, what's going on, man? You beat a guy like Proto and no slack on Will. We know Will can ball, but I don't know, man.
Dak Prescott had 3 picks. But Derek Geis had 3 touchdowns on the ground.
Average 6 yards, but he only had 11 attempts. But
he did, yeah.
6.5.
It looks like a lot of tight end love out here. We got Jordan Reed and Jake Doyle getting a lot of passes.
Sheesh, Jake Doyle 4 receptions, 92 yards. So
what the hell is he? David Johnson? God damn.
I mean, he run the ball because Ezekiel Elliott and David Johnson between them both almost had 100 yards, and then Dak Prescott scrambled for 5 for 27. So he had 100 yards rushing, but those 3 picks probably would hurt him. I mean, you probably could turn a game, especially with the score being what it was. You could turn a game if you get those picks in their territory.
Yeah.
So
what we got? Seahawks, Panthers. Nice win, 15-12 Seahawks in that one.
Yeah. Didn't Joby stream that game when they on stream?
Yeah, he streamed it. It's just, he I told you what his weakness was, and it's kind of what it was. You know what I mean? It's just we just didn't have no offense. Jokey, it was a lot of questionable plays, a few questionable plays. You know, I get it, but we all just got to make sure we're paying attention, not so much to the rush, but in a way to where Kevin brought up a good point. If you have a running quarterback, you should have to account for the quarterback. You know what I mean? But there was a couple of times he sprint out without even any rush. But either way, I mean, he scored on one of those no huddle sprint out drives. You know what I mean? But other than that, I mean, he plays good ball. You know, if I think he was just a little frustrated and nervous because we be playing. You know, we played very aggressive all game. You know what I mean? And I think every once in a while people think you're going to let up with some of the blitzing. And if you don't, they can't run their offense.
Right.
You'll see, Bev. You'll see.
Oh my God.
You know, I got the kryptonite for that, man. So,
no, I don't know.
We'll see, man. We'll see. Hey,
man, I can't wait. Ready, I can't wait for this game, yo. Hey, look, I need y'all to make sure y'all play that game at night so I can watch it.
Yeah.
No, I need to see this.
It was a good game. I mean, you know, we all know Jokey can play, you know, but at the end of the day, with anybody, you just got to pressure him, you know?
Right. I think with the whole SNS thing, I mean, I will speak on that for a real quick second.
Oh yeah, I probably didn't even say nothing about it. My fault. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think that it's almost like, and I think Tunde's always said that it's hard to police. You know, say it in the chat.
It is.
It is hard to police, and I think the problem too is that like if you play somebody and if they pressure you a lot early, or if they got a good pass rush and it gets you a lot early, it's almost like a mental clock in your head.
Right.
You know, especially if you have a mobile quarterback. If you have a mobile quarterback, it doesn't matter. If you just Tom Brady, you just gonna sit back there, you don't get sacked. It is what it is. Or you get the ball out early. Yeah. But you know, if you have a mobile quarterback like a Cam Newton or Russell Wilson, somebody like that, you're going to, you know, if you're getting blitzed and you're getting shedded and you're getting sacked early, you know, even if you don't, you know, then they back off and play coverage a few times. You have mental clock in your head is going to tell you probably need to run because you know typically 2 or 3 seconds the rush is coming. You know, so you know,
I wasn't really tripping too much on that. Like, I think he, you know, it's just playing good ball. I think with the whole SNS thing, if you're playing, like, you can feel the game. We all can watch it. If it's a cheesy game, you know what I mean. But sometimes you got to move around in the pocket. There's times that you just, or if it's wide open, you just take off.
Right.
You know what I mean. But so if it's part of the game flow, then no. You know what I mean. It's real football. You're getting blitz, move around, or you know what I mean. But if it's and that's what Jokey wasn't doing that.
Right.
He wasn't just snapping and sprinting and going every play. It didn't feel like an arcade until he was down.
Right.
Like, and he was trying to come back. That's when it felt like, okay, like we resort to some of the online ways. You know what I mean? So just stay conscious of the rules, even when things are breaking down for you. Like, you know, sometimes people revert back to certain tendencies. Just be conscious of the rules anyway, like even a no huddle. When can you run no huddle? When can you do this? When can you do that? So, but it was a good game all in all. He played the game the way he was supposed to. He played defense. He switched up his plays. He played offense. You know what I mean? So I get it. I wasn't tripping.
You know,
plus I won, so you really ain't.
No, but you really ain't kidding. And I think it gets egregious. When it gets egregious, it should be policed. Because I mean, if you're constantly doing it, you know, and it's not even necessary. Like if a guy's constantly rushing 3, like prime example last night, like if you're just rushing 3, you want to get in the home, and you're just rolling out 1 second and you're hiking the ball, rolling out in the shotgun, and you're taking off, then that's definitely an egregious rule breaking act. But
also here's the flip side: a defense is playing soft all game, just rushing three. Like, so you're dropping the whole team in coverage,
right? And
you have a quarterback that can run. That's your bad for letting that quarterback just have that time and then just take off.
Yeah. Especially if you're playing 2-man, because that's a classic NFL rule. Like, if they're playing 2-man, everybody got their back turned. They take off all the time.
Yeah,
exactly.
I think the more egregious offense, though, is not necessarily with the quarterback taking off, because you know that is a part of the game. If you see open lane and you take it, all right. It's when you manipulate the computer and you sprint out, and so that draws down my defenders just so your guy can break. Like, when you're doing that, you know, just to get a big play every time, you're not even looking to really run. You're looking to just manipulate the AI and, you know, get a free big play. That is when it gets kind of crazy.
But how do you know it's manipulation? If you really like playing devil's advocate, like if a quarterback breaks out the pocket, the defense is going to flow to the quarterback anyway. That's real life. Because you don't know, especially like they're going to keep an eye on the guy. I mean, I get what you're saying, but I'm just trying to look at it from a, you know, other side of the coin. It's like, okay, well, if you know what I mean, like if I roll to the right, your linebackers are naturally going to say, okay, is he running or is he going? Is he throwing? So most times, like you'll bring him up and just go for the guy, and then he'll just dump it over your head. So I mean, they do it in real life.
I mean, to a degree, but
Yeah.
I think I get what Bev was saying. But like some guys, you know, this is online tactic again. You know, they'll automatically, you know, hike the ball, especially in shotgun, hike the ball, and they'll roll out to a deep left or right corner where they're like 10 to 15 yards away from the line of scrimmage already, and then they'll playmaker up, you know, with their guys or whatever case may be, and they'll try to get behind your linebackers and your safeties. You know, and that's, you know, classic manipulation. So if you're doing that kind of stuff on a regular basis, then yeah, that's cheesy, and that's not something we like to see. But you know, if it's a situation where it's a good football play, and like I said, the play breaks down, or you just it's 8-minute coverage, everybody got their back turned, you take off, then you know it is what it is.
Yeah,
you know, you got to adjust your defense. I mean, some part of it's on the defense and part of it's on the offense. You know, you got to play good football. You know, execute good football plays, but in the same sense, you got to put a spy out there or have somebody watching them, or you manually watching with your user, you know, so you can make sure that he doesn't get yards out the pocket.
Now, given the league props, I think there's nobody in the league that plays like that. I think we all have a tendency to scramble out of the pocket in certain situations if you get a rush.
Yeah.
But overall, so I think it's more of a joke when we throw the SNS stuff in there. We haven't really seen it.
Yeah, it haven't been at least. Yeah, well, I would say this: we haven't seen it on stream, and it hasn't been reported. But I heard a couple of people in my PMs, you know, complain about people running with the quarterback, but they haven't recorded it. So yet again, I mean, I have to take it with a grain of salt. You know, if you say he's doing it, but he haven't recorded it, who am I to believe?
And it's a hard one. You know what I mean? What's the situation? Is the guy trying to come back? Are you blitzing? Did your left hand shed the guy?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like think about it. Just because a guy took off, but look at the left end. Like I've seen even like Von Miller, he'll shed that right end real quick, right tackle real quick at times. But you know what I mean? So I kind of get it, but we'll see. I guess every situation is.
It is. It's tough to police, but like I said, the egregious acts, you're constantly doing it. You know, some people just being jerks and they just want to do it because they can't. And that's type of stuff that need to be, to give discipline out for. But outside of that, I mean, if you're playing good football, I mean, it shouldn't be no big issue.
Yeah.
All right. So it's almost 6. What you want to do? You want to go through these last couple of weeks?
We can go ahead and get into prediction. I think the last couple of games, I think the Steelers and the Broncos was the 3-point game, and the Titans Texans game was a 7-point game win. I'll report that out against Tite. But yeah, we can get into the predictions outside of that. I guess starting with next week. What's that, week 14?
Yeah.
Let's start with week 14. Let's do 14 and 15. Because I think next time we'll be on stream, it'll be before the next 2 games. So
all right. So kicking off week 14, we got the Jags visiting the Titans. Kevin versus Alvy.
Tough game to call because Alvy's going out of town. So unless we advance early, Kevin's probably gonna get us easy win on that one because Alvy got to go out of town. So
okay. So
I'm going Jags anyway.
Yeah. Regardless.
Yeah. Jets visiting the Bills. We got Ming versus Omar. It's a battle of who turns the ball over least.
Omar gonna get mad at you. I'm gonna call him the turnover king. By the way, I just want to put that up.
Because he passes a lot.
He does.
What I mean? So,
he does.
I'm gonna go with O on this
one. Okay.
It's at home. I think O will force more turnovers, and I'm gonna go with O on that.
I'm gonna go Sam Darnold and the Jets. Sam Darnold with a big day through there.
I think that we get into the part of the season where weather plays a factor. It could be raining, it could be snowing. If it's doing any of that, I got a feeling that Ming will win that because, like I said, if you can't. It's just like real life. You're not gonna pass the ball 30 times in the rain or snow. You just can't. So I mean, I think Ming will pull it out if it's definitely weather involved. So I'm gonna go Ming with a slight victory on that.
Yeah. All right. So we got 2 to Ming, 1 to Omar.
Yeah.
All right. Giants visiting Washington. And we got Phil versus Will. I think Will is 2 games strong, right?
Yeah, he's trending. He's trending in a good direction.
I'm gonna go with Will on this one. I think he figured something out.
Yeah.
I think I gotta go Phil just because I picked him to win the division.
Mm.
So I'm gonna go Phil.
I would like to have picked this game after he played the Bears. I want to see how he does against the Bears. If he beat the Bears in some kind of way, then I would have to definitely get a nod to Phil. But yeah, it's a tough one to call. Where's the game at?
It's in West Washington.
Is it Washington? Yeah, I'm gonna have to go Will on that. He's trending and he's in Washington. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go Will on that one.
Yeah. So we got 2-1.
Mm.
We got Saints visiting Tampa. Coach versus Corey.
In Tampa.
In Tampa. This is a tough game to pick right now.
It is.
But like I said before, no shot at Coach. I think Coach is a solid gamer. I just think Corey's in that groove.
Yeah, I think so too.
You know what I mean? I just think he's in that groove. I told you him and Joe.
Them late runs.
Yeah. They'll push that playoff spot real quick. So I'm gonna go with Corey on this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with you on that with Corey.
I'm gonna go with Coach.
Okay.
Go with Coach.
We got the Pats visiting the Dolphins. I wish somebody had streamed this one.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But I'm gonna go with Marquez on it. I think he can pull this out. I think he already played him, and I think he beat him.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, them shutouts, they're like back-to-back weeks.
Does that paperwork or that score put a I guess kind of give you that pressure? You know, does it make you feel a certain kind of way? Like you've been shutting people out.
Yeah,
so does it make you feel a certain kind of way when you play him? Like his defense is really good, so you kind of play differently. Does it kind of I won't say put fear in your mind, but does it make you feel a certain kind of way?
More conservative.
Yeah, exactly.
It makes you pay attention, and that's where you're getting at. It's paying attention to the fact that this man has shut 2 people out. He hasn't just shut out 2 average users.
Yeah, good players.
You know what I mean? I think one of those is Tayo and one of those is Tunde.
No, he didn't shut Tayo out. But he beat Tayo, Tayo beat him. But
okay, so he shut Tunde out.
He shut Tunde out, yeah.
And then he shut out Omar. Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
So yeah. I don't know, man. I think his defense, when you shut somebody out like Tunde, I think that speaks volumes.
It does say something.
It does. You know what I mean? But I think Tunde been off his game last couple of weeks.
Right.
You know, that man ain't walking months and now he walking again, so he ain't got no time for matter.
Oh, that's what that
is? Nah. But I'm gonna go with Taco Bell on this one.
Okay.
I think he can pull this out.
Yeah, I mean he got to play the Vikings first before that, but I mean that's even Rashad plays. You know, he's been real busy. You know, hopefully the next couple of weeks he's gonna change over his schedule so he should be back on full time. But
yeah.
It's in Miami though, right?
It is.
Yeah. I mean there's a less likelihood of weather being a factor.
And he's hot too. Don't get me wrong now.
Mac
is hot too. Mac is 2-game winning streak.
He is. So I mean, if he's gonna make a run, he has to make it now. You know, I mean, if he don't make a run now, he can pretty much get ready for the draft. So,
right,
I'm gonna give Mac that slight because it's a division game. Plus, he playing in Miami. I'm gonna give Mac the slight nod. It's gonna be a close game.
I'm gonna go with Diaz on that one.
Mm-hmm. Diaz
is it?
Goddamn name. Damn. All right, we got the Ravens visiting the Chiefs. I think Bev might just throw this game because he's seeing the Ravens coming into Kansas City. This is emotional. I'm gonna let you pick this one.
Yeah.
I gotta go with myself, and I'm gonna explain why. I mean, no Lamar Jackson. I didn't know it was no Lamar Jackson. That means this man got to stand in the pocket and throw the ball. And my defense right now, we have a top 10 overall defense. I want to say 8 or 9, something like that. But I think the defense holds it down. I think Ridley and company goes off. Yeah, I'm going with myself, of course.
Okay. Good reasons. I'm gonna have to pick you on those same reasons because I think the game it's in Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
I think you play well at home. If I'm not mistaken, I think I was looking at your home record.
quotes, right? A 4-7-1. You know, they ain't.
Air quotes.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying to pick you. Motherfucker. Just listen to what I'm saying. Don't be objecting. I'm trying to. No, I think I don't know what's up with Marv. I think Marv just kind of been off. You know what I mean? So I think I'm gonna give it to Bev on this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I mean, like I said, he's it's an uphill battle for the Ravens at this point. Like I said, no Lamar Jackson. They gotta go back with Flacco, and
Yeah,
I will say this though, Bev. Based on that game we just played, because we hadn't played yet, so I hadn't seen it firsthand. Like your mistakes is going to predicate whether you win a game or not. Like I said, you threw those picks early against us, and it just got ugly. And said 11 y'all got free, and that was just it. Just was what it was. But if you don't make those mistakes, then you'll win easy.
Okay.
Duly noted.
So who you got in this one?
I got the Chiefs. I got the Chiefs on that. Yeah.
All right. Colts visiting the Texans.
Yeah, I'm about to go Texans on that one. Yeah, HG is. Yeah, I think he's trying to work on his draft position at this point.
That's my dude.
Hey, let's go Colts. Let's go Colts. We gotta go. I'm going Colts on this one, man. Only because I need them to win. That's all. That's the only reason. Let's go Colts.
Yeah, I think it's more. HG's in that HG groove right now. That's that off season getting ready. You know what I mean? So my man got trying to stockpile picks, get his players off his team before the trade deadline.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So I'm gonna go with the Texans on this one.
Cool.
Oh, this next one is a good one. Rams visiting the Bears. I just want to be in the party in this one. Jump in the party on this game.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go with the Bears. The Bears.
I'll give a bit more of a history on this one too. It's one of those ludicrous gifts type of situation. Tyler always has had Vince's number.
Mm-hmm.
Always. I don't give a damn what game we're playing, what Madden we're playing. There's something about a psychological edge that he has on Vince now. It's almost like he got mind control over Debo. It's just they play pickup games. Like it's so wild to me because they play 100 pickup games before the game comes out, or whenever, and he still like beat the head against the wall. Ty will beat him, by 30, and he like, let's play again. Let's play again. It go back to when they was roommates in college. Like it literally is that far back. And he been doing the same thing to him. He keep coming back for more. Like, can I have another? Yes, sir. Please, can I have another?
Please, sir.
Please, sir. Can I have some more? So I'm gonna get an edge on the Bears because it's off a psychological edge.
Yeah. Either way, either one of those teams, really, I need if I had to, I kind of want to. I mean, I think the Bears are going to win as far as me being selfish for the playoffs. I need.
You need that.
Actually, either one of them, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Right? Because they're both going to be a wild card team.
Yeah.
So if Tayo wins, that ties the record. If Vince loses, that ties my record.
Right.
So but I'm gonna go with the Bears based on it seems like whooping his ass for years. I don't know what it is. It's like same thing he has over Damo. Like Damo can't beat Tayo. I don't know what it is.
No, don't say that too loud.
Yeah, I mean, he says it himself.
He does. He
says it himself. So at the end of the day, I mean, Tayo's nice. Not. I mean, there's no, he's nice, but
no knock on the game, but
nice. But I'm just saying,
psychological edge at this point.
Yeah.
You fighting that psychological edge and the game. Like he's a good player, and you just feel like I gotta beat him. I gotta do it.
When I seen it really get Tayo rattled up is Tunde, which is. You know what I mean? Like,
true.
But good game. I'm gonna go with the Bears though. I didn't hear you
likewise.
Picks.
Yeah, I think it's 3-0 Bears. Yeah.
Okay. Browns Panthers. We gonna play D Nice at. Watch this. D Nice gonna be cursing this nigga out by halftime. Watch this. D Nice gonna be in the chat like, yo, man, come on, man. You know how you can do that. Come on, man. That's trash, man. Come on, man. I'm telling you, he's gonna cuss this thing out by halftime.
Or just listen to a stream because you catch some of this like catch a couple of minutes. And he'll talk, in the stream. And he'll be like, "Man, that's trash. That's whack, man. Come on, man.
That's trash. Here you go, doing this. Play out. Watch this.
You gonna do it again? Watch. You gonna do it again?
That's gonna be the PM game. That's gonna be in the public game right there. So it's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be funny. But just remember what I said. Come on, man. Come on. Here we go, man.
Yeah.
Right, but I'm gonna go.
Where's the game at? That's another thing.
I'm gonna go with Cleveland.
Is it Cleveland?
It's in Cleveland. I'm gonna go with Cleveland.
Yeah. I mean, the Browns playoffs is no matter to me at this point. I'm probably gonna be a very seed anyway, so I'm gonna go with Browns.
Okay. Yeah, Browns.
Falcons, Packers.
Ooh,
there's some good games this week.
It is. It is.
Proto's been doing well. You know what I mean? I think the last game he lost was 2 or 3 weeks ago against Joe.
Yeah, that was a fluke win if you want to call it. Let's be real.
Yeah. So, but I don't know, man. I think this is gonna be a good game. I'm gonna have to go Proto on this one. Either one of these brothers I need to lose. It don't even matter. Same thing with the Bears. So it's like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I think Proto. I told you 2 days up and walking now. Nigga, he ain't playing Madden. You know what I mean?
Oh man.
Yeah. So and Tunde said himself ever since the pass landed, he ain't been playing that well. So I mean, I think he's maybe like 1-2 in his last 3 games. So I mean. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, although the game is in Green Bay, like I said,
it is in Green Bay, and I almost picked. I mean, like that's one of them. That's a quick thought to me. I wouldn't be surprised if Tunde comes out and wins that game. I mean, I'm gonna pick Proto by 1. That's how close I think the game. I can't really pick it.
Yeah. Go ahead, Ben.
I don't think it's gonna be that close. I think it's gonna be Falcons in a big one. I do.
Yeah, I'm going to go with I'm going to pull a weather card again because it's in Green Bay. At this point in the game, it could be snowing or raining. So if it definitely, again, any type of weather is going to hurt the pass game. And, everybody know Tony want to pass the ball. Mm-hmm. So I think that, I think Proto, although he likes to pass too, he can run the ball a little more effectively than Tunde can. So I'm probably going to say that Tunde will probably fall victim to the Falcons in that one if they have to run the ball more so than pass it.
Yeah. We'll see. It's going to be a good one.
Definitely is.
We got the Broncos at the Niners. Yeah. I think if you ask me this score in this by halftime, I think the Broncos will be winning. But then I think he's going to explode in the second half. Mm-hmm. And I mean that's KT. Like I've been in the divisions with KT a lot. KT is a great adjustment player.
Oh yeah, I was going to say the same thing.
If the game ended by halftime, KT would have a lot more losses. But that's a credit to him. You know what I mean? He adjusts really well, and he has a good variety of plays on defense and offense. So. Mm-hmm. I don't think the Broncos are just skilled enough on the sticks to go ahead and beat them. No shot at the Broncos. That's my dude. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I just think that and you're in San Fran, so it's like it's just not looking good. His team is, you know what I mean? I think KT pulls this one out, and I think by halftime it'll be close. But I think it'll end up being 35-14.
Okay. Well, I ain't gonna call a score because I ain't in that type of business. Because you call a score, then it must rather be the total opposite way. Mm-hmm. But
I'll be happy if it is the opposite way.
Oh, I'm sure.
Whoop his ass.
Right. I'm sure. Whoop his ass, man.
Gonna happen. Yeah. Whoop his ass. But no, I just don't think it'll be though. But I
think KT will get the game. I'm picking Niners as well.
Yeah, unanimous there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got the Bengals visiting the Chargers. This game is going to be a defensive game, and I think that it's going to be 10 to 7 Chargers. It's in San Diego.
Okay, yeah. I think this from a team perspective, this overall team perspective, I think Damo has a better team at this point. Furrow trying to rebuild the Bengals. So I think that I think they're gonna pull it out. I mean, assuming like I said, he has to be motivated, because he just sometimes that he takes people for granted. When he feel like he should beat them, so he probably made the game harder than it should be.
Good point. Good point. I think Fro may get him based on that.
Yeah,
based on that alone. You know what I mean? So
I wouldn't be surprised either way, but I would put my money on the Chargers. But I think that it's gonna be a tight game.
Yeah, right. I should think Fro might squeak it out. I think it's gonna be a low scoring game.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
But okay, we got the Eagles going to Dallas. Joe's on that group, and we'll go with Dallas on this one.
Well, I wouldn't say Joe's on a groove because he dropped a couple of games, but
he's on a groove.
Right? Right.
Good groove.
Right. Yeah, it's in Dallas though.
Oh well, yeah.
And they got a lot of history, and
they do.
I think Rel can win the game. You know what I mean? I just think Joe's gonna play like they play totally opposite.
They do.
You know what I mean? So I think Joe's going a little more conservative than Rel. Rel is all about taking chances. Like I said, Rel, a couple years, he had a draft from a receiver that runs 97 speed to be able to hit you with that shit, that triple wide receiver shit, and he hit the bird on you. Rel will get you with that, but I think Joe pulls this game out.
Yeah, the last game was a 7-point game. It was in Philly, so I mean, it was a good game. But in Dallas. Yeah, and I think Joe's needs this game more than Rel does. So I think Joe pulls it out.
Go ahead and whoop his ass, bro.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we appreciate we give him a loss if you can.
Yeah, if you can.
But I'm going bankroll Joe on that one too.
Yeah. Lions Cards. Lions at Cards. So I'm gonna go B-man on this one.
Yeah. I play the Cardinals. And I know B-man's games. I think that I think the Colts the Lions will win that game.
Yeah, likewise.
Steelers, Raiders. I think I think the Raiders defense is going to be too much for this dude. I mean, a little bit I've seen of his game. He kind of plays like Jokey. They're passers. You know what I mean? He's a Giants fan, so he's better than Jokey. He's already a better man.
Oh wow! Oh wow!
But no, I think the Raiders. I think the defense in Oakland is going to be too much for the Steelers, and he'll have Bell go for 200 on him because of the homecoming.
Right.
Actually, no, it's in Oakland. I'm sorry. I think Oakland will win this.
Yeah, I think Le'Veon will be motivated for this game. Plus, we get Derek Carr back, so I think we'll be all right.
Yeah, I think it's just too much power in Oakland, and yeah, I gotta lean that way. But wait. Is Carr? You said you got Carr back?
Yeah, Carr's back.
Okay, all right, yeah. So Oakland.
Yeah. Vikings Seahawks. Vikings at Seahawks.
Seahawks. I gotta talk about that one for real.
Seahawks.
I don't know. Shot can play. He's gonna play this game. I'll tell you that. He's gonna. I'm playing you. Not saying he don't do that every week, but it's like Damo. You know what I mean? So like playing him, I don't really care about the record. It's shot.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, but still, Steel's still gonna put that work in. But Chargers at Chiefs, week 15.
Okay.
I got to bounce back, man, from that week 1 loss, man. So I'm gonna be fighting for my life. Trust me, man. Every game's a game going forward. So
got to be, and it's in KC. So yeah, I'm gonna get the Chiefs a nod on that one too.
Yeah, me too. I'm gonna go with the Chiefs on that one. We got the Browns at the Broncos. Yeah,
Browns.
9 interception game.
Yep.
Yeah.
Texans at the Jets.
Ming versus Tyke, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Ming on this one. It's in New York or New Jersey.
It could be an ugly game. Weather,
Yeah. I think Ming wins this.
Yeah,
Tyke's gonna post a video about something happened. So we'll wait for that one. So,
right. Well, just for entertainment purposes, if we all pick against them, then we'll probably get that. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick Jets too.
Yep. Packers at Bears. This is for the division right here.
It is.
This is for the division. I'm gonna go with the Packers in this one, just because he knows. Same thing with Vince. Tunde knows Tayo.
Yeah, they've been playing. They've been playing
a while.
Yeah, they've been playing each other for at least two whole Maddens.
If Tunde ain't gonna, he's gonna hobble back in the house to play this game.
Go ahead.
Be focused. He gonna get him some shock top, some African incense. He gonna be ready.
I'm gonna say this. About this game. This in Chicago.
It is.
If nothing else, because I was the Packers, 3 months ago. If nothing else, at this time of the year, it's gonna be windy as shit. No, it's gonna be windy. It may not snow, but it's gonna be windy as shit. And if it's windy, that's gonna affect the passing game. So two of these passing games are gonna be madly affected by this game, and I think that the Bears pull out a close game.
All right.
I'm gonna go Bears in a close one.
All right, so Lions Bills. I'm gonna go with the Lions on this one.
Bills need this game. I'll tell you that much.
They need that game. I don't think they'll get it that one though. I think it's gonna be the Lions on that one. I did think
Buffalo.
The Bills. Yeah. I just think maybe the Lions play a little better defense than Buffalo. You know what I mean?
That's what it's gonna come down to.
That's what it's gonna come down to.
Yeah, I agree.
And
with that.
even if it is snowing in Western New York, Omar still has to pass in that. He still has to play in that. You know what I mean? I think that's going to be play more to, the Lions' strength. So I'm gonna go with the Lions.
Yeah, I think the Bills need this game. They're gonna be playing desperate at this point, so I think they're gonna pull a game out.
Yeah, I'm going Bills actually on this one too.
Okay. Buccaneers visiting Baltimore. I got to go with Marvin on this one. It's in Baltimore. Marvin ain't gonna drop 3 in a row. It's his coach though.
I gotta go, coach, man. I'm gonna go with coach on this one. I think his defense. Let me pull up the stats while y'all picking that. But I think his defense shows up and gets a W.
Yeah, I mean, like I said again, Lamar Jackson hurt for 8 weeks, so without having that mobile quarterback, it's gonna be tough for him. How he loathes Flacco, so. So yeah,
I need Marvin to win this one. So go ahead, Marv, pull us out.
Right. But I'm gonna go with coach on that one.
All right. Cardinals Falcons. No, it's gonna be the Falcons.
Falcons unanimous.
Proto.
Let that serve as motivation, Arizona.
It really does.
Let that serve as motivation. You ain't no slouch. Go ahead and do your thing. I hope you win.
Yeah, I mean he played a good game against me. I just think he made a few mistakes down the stretch that cost him.
Yeah, absolutely. Raiders Bengals. I don't. That's gonna be the Raiders.
Yeah, if Raiders don't turn the ball over, I'm going Raiders.
And I know this. I know Fro. He's played me in tight games in the past, and I know better than going there and think it's going to be a walkaway. So
it's definitely not going to be that.
I'm gonna play it like a playoff game. So yeah, I'm gonna have to give myself the nod on that as well.
Titans visiting the Giants. Albie probably is going to be. He'll be doing something else. He'll be out of town, right?
Yeah, but he said he thinks he's gonna be back on Sunday. So I think this is Sunday.
Wait. That's Albie versus Phil. That's
Yes.
That's a sin.
Ain't happening.
But it'd be crazy though. At the end of the day, see, Albie can play at weird times. Phil's available 2 hours every 4 hours.
Right.
You know what I mean? But Dolphins versus Vikings. I'm gonna definitely go with Mac on this one. Even though it depends. If Shad plays, I think it'll be a good game. But not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You gotta get everybody.
It depends on if Shad plays or not. Like I said, it's in Minnesota. It's in the dome. So I mean, there won't be no weather involved in that one. But
I think Mac's just a little more used to the game at this point.
Oh, I agree with that. Yeah, I would definitely say Mac in that one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
All right, we got the Skins versus the Jags. Upset alert.
Really?
Really? I'm going to go Will in Jacksonville. In Jacksonville.
You think that first loss is happening that week?
I think that week he takes that loss.
I'll be real. Like, if I was undefeated at this point, I would rather take a loss in the regular season than have to take in the playoffs. So, get out of the way.
You know what I mean? But I think that Will's going to show up for that one. think we'll show up for all of them. I think again, I mean, it's just tough luck. You know, that's what every team in the league that, you know what I mean, below 500 or struggling. I think it's tough luck, like you said, man. You've been in all your games pretty much. You know what I mean? It's just who made the bad decision at the latest part in the game. So you know what I mean? So I think Will can still play.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go Kevin on that one. I can't. My heart can't. That Jags defense, because I know the Jags defense, and this is even better a year later than I had them last year. I just think that defense is just gonna be too much for them at the end of the day. Plus, it's in Jacksonville.
Yeah, it's definitely it's a reach.
Yeah,
you know. Who you got, Bev?
Yeah, I'm going Will on this one. I think he does get the W.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Juice.
You got the Cowboys, Colts. I'm gonna go with the Cowboys on this one in a boring game, which is good though. Which is good, right?
Yeah.
You gotta win those. You gotta win those.
Get the W.
Yeah.
Well, I mean boring because you know Joe's not gonna pass the ball that much. You know what I mean? I think. Yeah, no, it's just not going to be interesting. But I think Joe will win that game. I want to see my boy Howard start competing, man. You know,
I do too.
I want to see him start competing, man. I mean, he gets it when he's so much. That's with everyone. Everyone's so much more fun when they win. Even myself. When you got to win.
Yeah.
And you stay active in the chat. I remember when he had Peak in Tampa, he was shining.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A couple seasons ago, a couple Maddens ago. So you know, I don't know, but. HG can play. I don't know, but I'm gonna go with Joe on that one.
Yeah, I think that game gonna be frustrating for Joe because I think that I'm gonna go back to the Alvey game where he lost. I think he actually got shut out. Actually, I think that it's one of those situations where if you don't take it seriously as he need to, it's gonna frustrate him. But I can't say I have as much faith in Howard's offense enough to be able to pull out a W. I think Joe makes one more play than Howard does, and he gets the W.
Yeah. I'm going big bankroll, Joe.
Seahawks, Niners.
Oof.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with the Seahawks on this one because you know, I think that KT got that one last one. I don't know. We'll see. It's gonna be a good game again, as long as we keep it close. It'll be a good game. I'm gonna go. It's in Santa Clara though.
Right.
That's it.
I'm gonna go Seahawks only because I got 3 teams from the West making the playoffs, and you know you gotta win them. So I'm gonna go Seahawks.
Well, it's mental film now because I mean y'all played already, so y'all kind of got to understand of what y'all want each one to do. You know, what y'all identity. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough one. I mean, I was banking on you to get that one in Seattle, and I was gonna split. So no,
I wanna.
Ice kick.
I iced the nigga, boy.
Right.
He ain't gonna make this. I said, of course he gonna make this because the nigga made it in real life on the Giants. I'm like, I'm not gonna win this game.
Right.
Nigga kicked it. I'm like, man.
Wow.
I came out like, what's wrong?
Yeah.
Bab talking about you sleep? No, nigga.
Wide awake. Wide awake.
It'll be a good game. I don't know, man. I think it's going to be a good year. So I'm so looking forward to playing against Vince and KT. And even the Cards. I don't really know them that well, but to be in the division with Vince and KT is going to be a good year. So I'm excited. But either way, I think the Seahawks pull that out, though. But
yeah, I mean, just for drama, I'm going to pick the Seahawks, but I think the 49ers playing good ball right now.
They are.
Yeah, they're playing good ball right now. So, I mean, and I've seen both teams play. You know, I played both y'all, so I'm going to pick the Seahawks for the drama perspective, but I wouldn't be surprised if the 49ers will win.
Yeah. Me neither, and I am the Seahawks.
Right.
What would that tell you?
Yeah.
But Patriots at Steelers. I've been picking Marquez a lot. I think those shutouts mean something. But I think the Steelers there's gonna be a lot of points put up on this one. I think Marquez drops this game by a lot.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going Steelers on this one. Yeah, I've seen that offense, so I think it might be a bit overwhelming for him.
Okay.
It's in Pittsburgh too.
Yeah. I mean, well, I would have seen it by the time the game is played because I played before that. So I don't know for sure right now. But I don't know. That Patriots defense is telling me something. I'm a defensive guy. You know, playing good defense. You kind of got a special place in my picking heart, you know. So, so I'm gonna go with Diaz on that one.
He's playing really good defense.
Yeah, he always has. I mean, like once he figured it out, you know, last Madden, he's been pretty consistent in his defense. So I mean, I'm happy.
He reminds me of what's his face?
Who?
I think we said it. Drew.
Yep, it's absolutely. Offense ain't mind blowing, but the defense always been solid. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So Saints Panthers. Ooh.
Dish.
In Carolina on this one. I think Corey runs the table.
I might agree with that
for the rest of the season.
Yeah,
I think
might
Corey
agree
runs
with
the table.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean. I think he just wins that game. That's going to be a good game, bro.
It's in Carolina. It's in Carolina.
But I play like I say, man. Once he figures you out, you know what I mean.
If you don't reinvent yourself, you gonna have a tough time.
Playing him,
yeah.
And Jokey will. Jokey's going to put up points, but I just
I'm gonna go Saints as well. I'm gonna go Saints on that one.
Mm-hmm. All right. So that's the end of week 15. Are we just picking right through?
No, I think we can put a pin in it on there because I think 16 to 17 we're gonna be back on stream before those games are played. So, because I think we in 13 now, right?
Yeah,
we're in 13 now. So 14 is tomorrow, 15 is Thursday, and then we before 16 hits we'll be back on. So so we good with that.
All right, fellas. So, till this weekend, holla at y'all. Thanks for joining in. Keep it going, man. Let's close the season out with a bang, man. It's been great so far. So
finish strong. Everybody got to finish strong out here.
It's been a good year. Everybody competing. Make sure everybody's still following the rules. You know what I mean? Keep the drama out the main chat. If you got an issue with somebody, I ain't really seen a lot of drama, so I'm proud of you fellas, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, outside of that Ed situation, there ain't been a whole lot of drama.
But I think Ed, that's self-induced by Ed. Ed kind of did it to himself when he quit the game. That's not what we want in this league. So make sure we all, everybody's doing a really good job. I've been checking rosters too, so good job with that too, fellas. Especially you, Ralph, my nigga. I ain't have to talk to you all year.
Oh man,
bro, like I ain't dropping no games.
It's a special section of the damn podcast, bro. Yo, bro, shout out to you, bro. You listening to this? You my nigga. You A1, man. Good job keeping this shit together. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh man.
I thought the nigga was fighting my fan. Listen, if we was by each other, I'd buy you a beer, nigga. But you ain't getting your quarterback together. Like, you're suspended. So he's like, yo, Pa, I thought you was my homie. I am your homie, man. But damn, I'm sending niggas birds. Like, yo, you see that bird on the window holding up that sign that say signing quarterback? Remember I sent that to you?
Oh my god.
Shout out to Rel. Good shit keeping your roster. But everybody though. Phil too. Phil was another one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm happy that they in the same division. And I'm happy to see that their games is getting played.
Right.
I know y'all trying to get off the podcast, but you know what? Hold on, man. We gotta give props right now. Phil and Rel, shout out to y'all brothers. Phil got the 18 jobs. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I mean, and shout out to everybody that's being dedicated, even though the season might not be going your way, man. Y'all definitely getting your games and still everybody compete.
Absolutely.
That's definitely a good thing. And keep that going, man. Keep that energy up.
Thank you, Bev. Thank you. I know it ain't looking good this
year.
Go
ahead,
man. Man, you know what, man? On that note,
Bev cut the stream on you, man.
Yo, I can't wait.
Hey, look, man, it's going to be a hell of a game. I'll see you in a couple of weeks, man.
Yes, sir. I can't wait, Bev. I'm calling out all your plays. We're gonna get on the stream. Don't try to drop.
Do that. Yo, really going for 200.
I gotta focus.
Really going for 200. Bet it.
D-Bev has left the party.
Wowzers. Okay.
All
right, man.
All right.
All right, y'all take it easy.
All right, fellas.
All right.
Peace.